Oh, right, I'm streaming. Hey, hello. Wow, I have 3 people watching. I've got all on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Mostly trying to switch over to Twitch since I did make affiliate, but I appreciate you guys watching on YouTube. So sorry, a little late. Had some microphone issues. The brand new mic, the cable I got with it is not working. So I get to contact support. Luckily, I found a cable to temporarily solve the issue for now. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. Just having a good week. I don't have any guests yet, so it's just me talking. Oh boy, I'm so excited. So I wonder who's hanging out. We got 2 people. So still healing on the thumb. It is getting there. I'm babying it a bit just because of the damage to it. I know I damaged the internals, so we'll see. Give it another couple weeks and go from there. So yeah, hope everyone's had a good week. The resin printer that I'm getting will arrive tomorrow. So then this box gets to be opened, and then the printer ends up way back there. And I'm still working on the CNC Eris. Kind of stalled out on that for a bit. Just work's been super busy. If we get a few people, maybe I'll continue on it tonight, but I do need Mitch's help. And my cat has decided to join us after a bath. So you can kind of see a cat, no tail. So yeah. Let's see what's going on this week. Let's look at the social medias. Let's see. Anything good? No, nothing. Okay. Yeah, I hope to have a few people join. It would be nice, but if they don't, they don't. I don't like to do this without too many people. Oh, no, what you doing? Hey, what are you doing? You're so fluffy. I'm very skittish. Let's see. Got some packages to open. Got some more 3D gloop. Finally got some. I got all 3, including their new ABS/ASA gloop, which I am very excited to try out. Pending on time, but it's nano gloop. I don't use it that much, so why get a whole bottle? It's just going to go bad in 3 or 6 months. Yeah, we got some pet gloop, I think. Yep. Pet G gloop. PLA gloop. I do love their colored packaging quite a lot in the ABS gloop. So go with the toolbox for hopefully as time goes on. So if you're in chat, say hey. We'll hear from you how your week's been, and I do apologize as always. I'm eating. We get home at 6:15 my time, and by the time everything gets done, it's 7:15 in time to stream. So yeah, hanging out. I did send out links, but we'll see who actually appears. Looks like people are hanging out on various different servers tonight. It doesn't help. There's a Polymaker meeting every Wednesday at 7 p.m. MST. So we're kind of fighting that and lose a lot of potential guests because of that. But, it is what it is. So, yeah, I don't much else. I'm kind of just talking randomly. Maybe I'll work on a printer while we do that. Speaking of printers, I get the fun times of, hey Shane, what's going on, dude? I get the fun times of drilling this plate this weekend. This plate, thanks to my 3D printed guide for the bed for the CR10S Pro. I have a plan for it. Going to bolt it together, clamp it down, use the drill press. Viking, and I'm sure you're in a Discord, so I won't invite you. But yeah, this will be interesting getting drilled. I had to literally take the CAD of the John Mack of the not this plate, but the CAD that I ended up using and set the holes in by 5 millimeters. So it's gonna be interesting how that works. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. The bed's not going to move because it's perfectly fit. And yeah, get that printer back up and running. Set everything I need to make that thing go again, including a new screen that I need to print them out for. Speaking of that now, I should print that. Let's see, pressure slicer. Where is that out? Let's find it and print it. It's not the mount I'm looking for here. These are not the droids you're looking for. Droids? Yeah. Printers? Yes. Yeah. Shane is tired. Yeah, you've been working like crazy, huh? There's just mess up there in where the heck you live. North. Jump that. Download that. And let's see how the slicing is going. Well, as always, thanks for watching. Yep. I do apologize for eating live on stream, but man's got to eat, right? Let's see. 3D Fuel, Viking, Viking, John Matt, all the peoples are here. That's a 21-minute print. Nice. Yeah, Viking, if you do want a link, let me know. I'll drop one to you. I am affiliate on Twitch, so if you watch over there, I would appreciate any follows. I'm gonna do YouTube for probably 5 or 6 more weeks, and then try to move over to Twitch. Make $1 or $2, to be honest. Yeah, it's all thumbs up here. Yeah, so what are you guys up to? Anyone doing anything fun? Viking, love to see you in Colorado in April. Gotta find someone to pay for your flight. That would be pretty good. It'd be good to have you at some of these shows. So I'm just feel like I'm talking myself. But if you're interested in joining, and I know who you are, hopefully you'll have a link in your Discords or your Twitters or your, various different social medias. I've been trying to blast them out, but it is what it is. So. Finally got an Etsy order in that I ordered. Little Stargate Command coin. Big fan of Stargate. Yeah, sometime we'll get you out there, one of these days. I am able to multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube because they just changed their rules. You got to be a little careful with what you do. And me showing Vikings chat probably was against the rules, but it is what it is. Like, saying that like crazy, but I apologize. So, yeah. Well, anyone want a bad microphone? After a couple weeks ago where it just went to hell, this thing has now taken its rightful place near the trash can. Unless someone wants a Blue Yeti mic. I think it's a Blue Yeti X. I don't know. I also found out why some of the issue I was having issues with my system. There was somehow the power cord had gotten just slightly knocked out. I blame my cat, because he can't fight back. So, it's crazy not to have anyone on stream. It won't last long, I hope. If it does, I'm gonna stream early. Let's see, anyone? No. So I'm playing around in Discord, looking at memes that Shane is putting in top 12 states to live in. Ha, that's a good one. I'll give you that, Shane. That's pretty good. The bottom ones are not, they're lowest on the scale. Probably with the most people too. So, yeah. Plans for Rocky Mountain, we're getting there. We're getting ready to send out some emails and start up the mayhem with just under 6 months left, but we're way ahead of last year. Oh, you posted a map of America with the top 12 states to live in here. Window here. Here's what you posted, Shane. That's what you posted. Top 12 states. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I'll give you that. Let's see. So, let's see who ups it. I know Shane's normally here, but to try to get it. Yeah. Anyone want to buy a Generation 1 iPad Pro? Got it sitting right here, all charged up. Battery's about 65% health, and comes with an OtterBox case, a ZAG screen protector, and an Apple Pencil. Oh boy, Apple, right? Well, if you're interested, for anyone that is, shoot me a message on the various. We'll go probably about 10 more minutes, maybe 15 without people, and kill it early because I'm not good at streaming. Hey, Dan, what's going on, dude? Love to have you join. I've been talking towards the thing on my own for the last 13 minutes, and I don't enjoy that. 10.5? Oh yeah, 10.5. It's all good. I like the 12.9s because they're great on trips. They're great at work. This is the old one. Yep, I know. I've been in touch with Chris. Not sure what his plan is because he wants mine, but he's trying to also get something newer. So we'll see. See what happens. Microphone to USB plus hardware power. Trying to fill out the warranty stuff for the Rode microphone. I can find the serial number. There's no serial number on here. Son of a bitch. Oh well. Kind of just right. Yeah, I have the M2 Air for my portable use. It's nice. It'd be interesting what they do with the M3, but I do miss the days when you could run Windows natively. Now you have to run Parallels or VMware. It's not as enjoyable, and costs more money. I got one person watching on Twitch. I wonder who it is. I do need to clean up that shelf. Oh, there's Dan. MakerMind Nexus. Probably should rename him on here somewhere.
Oh, I am. See? Look,
hey,
see?
Dude.
Not much. Just got home working on a project now. My Aaron, aka Geared, he made me a case for the HDMI 5 a while back, and I just finally got around to printing it. It's 2 pieces, slides together, held together with screws. So now I have to put some heat inserts in, and then kind of screw everything down.
Nice.
So I'm going to work on that real quick.
Trying to get the serial number off this mic so I can send for the cable. Well, not the mic. The cable actually is faulty. And I've had this mic a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
I'll message him.
That's always good, right?
Right? It happens. I get it. I made the mistake of ordering it from Best Buy.
Yeah.
Which means I probably got the lowest quality everything. But
yeah, that is good to know. Aaron, you did awesomeness.
Yeah.
He designed it. There's like threaded inserts in the back in the corners. So he designed the case so that in the back there, the screws can go up through and then hold, like basically sandwich it that way.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Now all I got to do is get everything, put it all together, and see how it works. Looks like I only have 4 heat inserts to put in, so that's good. Haha. Get my stuff and put some inserts in. Oh, if I can find inserts and heating device. Oh.
Apple business, nice.
Yeah. So how is everybody else in chat this evening?
All 5 of them, or 4 of them, including you.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on tonight for you, good sir.
Yeah.
Just
not much for me. Just a quiet night, you know.
Yeah. Let's see. Like I said, I just got home a little bit ago. I take the daughter to the walk-in. Her wrist's been bothering her for like 2 weeks. So she decided tonight she wanted to go. Due to the current situation in the medical industry in my area and the lack of hospitals right now because of one closing down and it being one hospital that owned 2 hospitals. Both hospitals went down, so we didn't have a hospital.
Oh,
so to go to the walk-in was fun because everybody's going to the walk-in.
Right.
Yeah, so since everybody is going to the walk-in is a little bit full.
It happens.
Yeah, 3-hour wait at the walk-in.
Right. And what is this walk-in?
Walk-in, like what do they call it? Other places they call it prompt care. There we go. Walk-in clinic, prompt care.
Okay.
It's go see the doctor now, not wait for an appointment. Yeah.
Yeah. Urgent care. Yeah, I have that right.
Urgent care. There you go. That's another one. Yeah. Prompt care, urgent care. Yeah.
We've got Mitch with a green screen. We got green.
Mitch.
We got neon Mitch.
Hey, it's actually a good thing that Mitch is here because
Mitch, run.
Oh, no.
Mitch, run.
No, it's just a good thing that Mitch is here because all I'm doing is putting in some heat inserts. So I'm not I'm puttering in some heat inserts. So I'm not overly entertaining right now.
Heat inserts are fun.
Entertaining?
Waiting for my soldering iron to get warm.
Soldering? You're having fun with terminology today, aren't you?
I say it's soldering for a reason because it's funny.
Your face is funny.
Yeah. Well, those do poke out a little bit, but not enough. Good. As long as I don't push it all the way through, I'm good.
Right.
Yeah, buddy. So how's Mr. Mitch?
Uh-oh. What? How's the CNC?
I don't know. I should be working on it.
Good.
That's why I'm upstairs, because I'm not.
No.
I have to cut the spoil. Well, I got the baseboard mounted, and I'm looking at backgrounds that I can, cool backgrounds I can
I don't know. I can say.
Ah,
I can
that's
say
find one.
cool. I like that.
Find one of you on a beach.
Yeah.
How about this? How about just benchies?
You go.
I dream of benchy.
That'll work.
Yeah. So, man, I'm so tired. I've been staying up way too late, like working on this thing. I have an MDF, a piece of MDF I went to Lowe's to get. I've spent so much money on this printer, on this CNC machine.
Oh, I bet.
I
That's how
probably
I
spent.
feel.
I probably spent as much to buy. I could have just bought a 3D printer at this point, but I have too many of them.
Yeah.
I don't have too many of them. I do want to try it. Still want to try it, just because I want something bigger.
Right.
Yes, I want something Voron based that's 300, 350, because that's 250. It's not big enough. It's 250.
Right.
Yeah, 250 is a weird size. I think it's like just teasing you.
Yeah, it is. It's a giant tease at 250. You're like, oh, just a little bigger.
Right.
Oh, people are actually watching.
Yeah, we got 6 whole people watching. I don't know what they're thinking.
I know.
So, Mitch,
it always. Chris is streaming on Twitch. I've never seen him actually stream.
Which Chris?
KB3D.
Oh yeah, he's on every week.
He has a cool background.
Yeah. So I picked up a case of these, spade connectors for the Eris, so I can mount the end stops.
How was I not following him? Now I'm following him.
I wasn't either. It was confusing me. I was like, I thought I was following him. So the other night when he was streaming and we raided in, I made sure to follow.
Nice.
Who else is on? BC Nomi 3D.
Are they on too?
They're always on.
Isn't it just what's her name? I'm sorry. Nomi, but I forgot her actual name because that's what.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Nomi. Just Nomi.
Nomi, got it.
Who are we knowing? What? No.
She has a name, but I always just call her Nomi.
Okay. Pesla's was on earlier, but I don't think she's on now.
Right.
Yeah, it's the only one I see on. But
anyway,
right.
I think everybody's on the KB3D.
Oh yeah.
Steve Builds is on there because
really?
I think all the Voron guys kind of stick together.
Oh yeah.
We're the cheap Voron guys. We'll just buy your knockoff Voron kits. I still want a Formbot.
Here, Mitch. Here's
Is it Formbot or what's the other one?
Here's a nice square print for you.
How'd you? Oh, it's not. You're joking.
Yep. I'm still fighting the damn thing.
If it was consistent, you could just change it in the slicer. You could just.
It is, but I don't want to mess with that.
Just all your benchies are skewed.
No, not that. Everything.
I know, but it'd just be funny if you could like unskew it by just changing the model to skew the opposite direction. And
all your models, you have to add like a 15-degree skew to the opposite side.
Who needs input shaping when you could just turn on fuzzy skin?
Yeah. You just fuzzy skin everything, and then you don't have to worry about input shaping. It all looks
exactly.
fuzzy.
Yeah. I mean, it's like back at the MakerBot cupcake days, like it was so over extruded because there was no resolution on the extruder because you're using a DC gear motor instead of a stepper motor. So you had like no control over your extrusion rate essentially. And so you'd have like most of my stuff was over extruded. And so like the sidewalls were just also the big thing was that the Z wobble, because it was using 4 Acme threads. It was threaded rods, and the whole platform would just wobble because the threaded rods would actually just make the whole thing. They didn't have linear guides for the Z axis.
Dang.
So yeah, it was such a bad design. But that's how I got started.
Right. I'm just trying to see. So I do need to wire that early.
Oh. So
this Eris. The problem with doing this Eris is with my thumb. I can't grip anything.
You work on the Eris. Yeah.
Trying to.
I'm sorry.
I know. I'm sorry too.
That's why I sent it to you to curse you.
I get it.
I, on the other hand, don't have to worry about that because I don't have one.
Well, yeah, but you're gonna have a
Well,
few other.
I sent it to
symptoms.
Justin because I thought if I sent it to you, it would get destroyed.
Sit forever and never get finished. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You don't have
that-
to lie.
that's true. Yeah, I think Justin, if you take pictures, you're probably the one that's going to be. I'm going to be writing the guide based on your
Oh God.
input because I haven't even opened mine up.
So, Justin, what he's telling you is to get on it and start getting some pictures,
Yeah.
bruh.
If I hadn't hurt my thumb, I would.
At
get
this
on
point,
it.
it might have been faster to send me one. Hell.
Yeah, probably. Well, my goal is to technically to send it to Nero because he does that kind of quirky like old printer restoration thing, and kind of his
You mean
ties.
as they would say in like the car industry, the resto mod.
Yeah, I mean this is essentially what the Aris kit is. It's like buying a kit car. Is essentially what this is. Like they took the original the molds from the original car and then you put a new engine in it. That's essentially what the Aris is.
Yeah.
But so Dustin has an Aris and he's done some really cool mods. One of the mods that's cool is the fan shroud.
Yo.
Hey Dom.
Hey Dom.
How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. How was Maker Fair?
It was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, was
I
that
wanted
this
to
weekend?
pop in and share a couple things.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dom,
this
I've
is
been
the second
following
weekend,
you.
right?
I've been following you everywhere on all the socials, man. So if you keep seeing me popping up, it's just because I'm rebranding as MakerMind Nexus. So I'm following you now under that. So when you see that one following you, it's me.
Okay, cool.
Don't be alarmed. I'm not some weirdo. I mean, no
mean, you
weirder
are.
than these guys.
Just bring it into the thing because Dan won't stop. So. Dang.
Oh my god, it worked.
Yeah.
It-
Is that
it-
resin
Wow.
or is that FDM?
FDM. I
I'm gonna
printed
print
this.
it. I'll print it
on
in
a-
resin.
I printed it in copper on a Mark II 5.
Nice.
Dude,
That's-
that is awesome.
That's insane.
That was
I need-
directly
I'll
from the
print that
scan, or
in.
did you have to do any cleanup?
I chopped the base off
That's
and
it?
just made a base because
But the
Actually,
scan was that good that you could get all the detail.
I didn't clean this up at all.
Wow.
Dang.
I peeled off
That was
supports.
just polycam with like almost like 1,000 images.
I'm gonna have to do
No,
that with
it's like
resin.
450 or something like that.
But we did
But-
like 10 or 20 passes around it too.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
At different
it took
angles.
about half an hour.
hmm
But still,
And
that's
for this
amazing.
quality, it's like just
That's
it's awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'll print it in resin
oh, man.
here in a week or so when I get my resin printer.
Yeah, I need to get it uploaded onto printables. I'll do
I mean,
that soon.
it's still horrific if you look at it closely. Like,
Oh God, yeah, it's
Yeah.
nightmare inducing. I mean,
Yeah.
which is the point of the statue.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say, but isn't
100%.
that also the point to be a
Yeah.
little?
Yes.
oh yeah, totally. But yeah, I printed it in two pieces. I printed the top half while I was remodeling a base that I kind of found a similar-ish font, and just
I
went
have
at
a
it.
basic scan of the plaque that was behind it, but I don't
Nice.
know if it's enough that you can read it. I have at least a picture and a scan, but I can try to send it to you if you want.
Can I
Um,
share
Yeah.
my iPad screen? Because I
No.
don't have
Can you?
my laptop is being borrowed right now.
Just
How
remember,
dare you.
whatever you share on Justin's stream stays
Yeah.
on Justin's stream.
Mhm.
Yeah, because nobody's watching, so
This is
nobody's gonna see it.
this is true.
Exactly.
No one is watching. Why would
I think
anyone
technically
watch
I'm one of the
this?
one of the people watching right now because it's up on the TV.
Nice.
So
I'm
I
also
was right
watching
next to Hey
Flash.
Gears. You guys know about Hey Gears, the resin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I interviewed with them, but they didn't pick me. So, but they have cool printers. That's amazing.
Like you guys can't
Yeah, I can't even see it.
like. Where's the camera? Come on, focus. Like you can
the,
see like
the arm
knuckles.
is like so tiny.
You can see knuckles on it. Like
That's crazy.
it's nuts. And like there's no articles of anything. It's just nuts. And then I found a really cool. I'm forgetting the name of the guys, but I found a pretty cool test
Oh,
print.
test piece. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
They just uploaded it to
the resin?
printables.
Is that
No,
resin?
this is done on a Mark IV or
Oh, that's
3.
really good
I don't know.
quality. Look
Yeah,
at
so
those,
this
those
company,
75-degree overhangs. That's
this
crazy.
is it's 80-degree overhangs.
Wow. That's
Ooh.
amazing. Is that the fast setting?
I don't know what the setting is. This is Ollie 3D makes a fan shroud for a few different models of printers. So they were featuring the one for a mini with a Revo
Zach.
Micro.
Zach.
They were doing a Mark IV and a Mark III S, whatever. But I mean, it's just a really nice test print.
What's that filament you think? Is that protopasta or like a glitter
Yes.
silver?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was using protopasta.
Yeah. At least I can recognize protopasta because they do make really good glitter filaments. Yeah, I love that model.
Margo had
That
to get more
model's
of
so
these.
good.
Margo came back with a couple of these when she went and visited Protopasta.
Nice.
So the statue scan, do you think you're going to publish that?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, good.
I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah,
I want to try to clean it up and put it in one
Clean it
file. 'Cause right now, the base of it was made in Prusa Slicer.
Oh yeah,
because that's my
because they have
favorite thing
good
to do.
they have a good wraparound embossing.
Right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a pretty
all
good.
the way around. I keep going the wrong way.
I need to figure out like the limit of what I could do because I could almost do lithopanes just by
Right.
embossing a vector into it. Or an image.
Okay, I'm gonna torture you and make you look at my phone screen for a second. So Josh Alien 3D was out here for a couple of days,
Right.
and we went to the Academy Museum, and
Did
I
you
was able to
scan the Academy?
life-size statue.
Nice.
The back isn't great because I couldn't
Yeah.
get behind it, but
It's
it
also
came out pretty
reflective,
okay.
too.
But the thing that was kind of really fun, there was this clay thing of stuff from Enter the Spider-Verse, and I was able to get some pretty decent detail
That's pretty
through
cool.
the glass display.
Oh wow! So even with the distortion a little bit, yeah.
Right, it still worked okay there. But the one that came out really fantastic.
Nice.
Oh, a gremlin, nice.
Ooh, nice.
That's cool. The problem is like it definitely tricks you because the color texture makes it look more detailed than it actually is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I can still see like around the edge of the ears. You can see that there's actual detail because it did pick up quite a bit. But yeah, so I'm kind of excited about the prospect of going to different museums and trying to do the scan and see what I can do.
You'll be known as the Scan Man.
Oh, shit.
yeah.
You're scandalous.
I signed up for Polycam so I could export.
Get out.
So there's one that I was not supposed to do. It was the Corpse Bride.
Oh, that's cool.
So I've got like 10 pictures on one side of her. So if I go again, I'm going to try to scan the other side before they tell me to put my camera away.
Nice.
And maybe I'll get a good scan out of it.
I think I've shown this, right? The 3D scan of the backpack printer.
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, you put it up on Twitter, I believe.
Yep.
It just the texture kind of messed up because it's obviously I moved while it was being scanned, but like it's a
Is
really
that the one I did?
No, this guy
Hold on.
spiritual led something spiritual led development. I forgot the guy's name, but he's on Twitter. Not somebody I would normally follow, but he did this. He just had a platform with like a rotating he put his phone.
Oh
camera.
yeah, he was on the opposite side by the door
at
right?
Murph. At Murph.
Yeah,
yes.
Murph. He was on the opposite side by the door at Murph.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if I scanned you or not.
I mean, the other thing I would like to do it with actual like Grant's like Einscanner or whatever
Oh,
he
yeah.
has.
Damn it, always the wrong button.
I mean, Polycam works really well for
Like
quick
surprisingly well.
captures. Yeah, so this is the plaque. This is the scan of the plaque, so it's a simple geometry. And the texture detail. The texture detail turned out really good of the actual saying. So like it's totally readable. There you go. Yeah, it's totally a readable passage. So at least you can get kind of the color information. But yeah, Polycam is super cool. Because I was trying to scan a motorcycle helmet or a bicycle helmet, and it like LiDAR scanning doesn't work that well. Like the black shininess just doesn't show up.
Mhm.
So like the one that I did really well is like this motorcycle cover, and this is what I'm trying to replicate right here. So this turned out really well, and this was just like maybe a 20-minute scan.
Nice.
So this is enough. This is basically enough information that I could remesh it. So I'm actually having somebody go through and remesh it for me, or not remesh it, but remake it based on the scan data. Because I'm just not. That's just beyond what I want to learn how to do.
Right.
Like I could probably learn how to do it, but man, it would take just I don't know. Feels like it would take so much time unless somebody knew what they're doing.
Yeah.
Essentially, how you would do that is you could do it with the surface modeling tools in Fusion 360, which is basically you create like subdivisions and then you move those subdivisions of the model. But you can also do it with lofts, so you'd actually create like slices. You draw all the slices of the 2D profile, and then you would loft it, and then create your spline line, and it would loft into that shape. But it needs like a lot of extra geometry to make a complete object.
Mm. Hey, Mad Cat, what's going on? Is that a wild
Mad Cat.
DB3 Dan? Yes, it is.
Yes.
I mean, Makermind Nexus. That's what he goes by now.
I'm not going to see in the chat, but
Nope, you're good.
Yeah, well,
Vince?
I don't expect everyone to embrace the maker mind, but I thought I like it, so I'm using it.
Yep.
So, Mitch, you'll be interested in this. I ordered some ultra cheap step servos from AliExpress, NEMA 23s, and they're just enable step and direction in basically 24 to 50 volt. And look at my Trident. Look how fast it's moving.
So you just added NEMA 23s to your Trident?
No, they're NEMA 17s.
Oh, but they're servos?
Yeah, they're the like the hybrid step servos.
But they have integrated drivers on them?
Yeah. They're doing great. Doing fantastic. I did a speed test at 75,000 acceleration.
Jesus.
And
only 75,000?
Yeah, I couldn't get it to skip a step at 75K. And that's with that fat pig of a stealth burner on it.
Do you think that works with input shaping?
I'm running input shaping.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't mess with the servo tuning. Yeah.
Right. The fastest the servo can accept step commands is 200 kilohertz.
Yeah, so basically there's a certain pulse width, minimum pulse width that it can accept without it detecting it as a separate signal. Yeah. So it's based on the driver frequency.
Yeah, and I mean, I've got it running at basically the equivalent of 32 microstep on a 1.8 degree stepper.
So
that's 6,400 steps per rev. Yeah.
So what prevents you from getting the speeds that 24/7 printing got with his V0?
I mean, probably nothing.
Really, you've done like a sub 5 minute benchy, haven't you? Or something?
The closest I've gotten, I think, is in the neighborhood of like 6.
I mean, to me, like getting a 3 minute benchy is pointless if it doesn't look like a benchy. You know, it's like
Right.
and even a 6 minute benchy looked pretty decent, I think.
Hey, Mitch,
So,
how long do my cables need to be for the end stops on the Aris?
depends on where you put your controller board. So I was going to tell you is that Dustin came up with an idea for a way to put the Pico. I think I sent you the picture, but basically put the Pico on the fan. So the fan is actually the Pico board is actually mounted to the fan directly. You remove that little splitter, and it gives you enough clearance under the bed that you can put it there. But if you're just putting it on the side where the old controller board was, you should have plenty of room with that Pico board. So the SKR Pico is like really small, so there's plenty of room for it.
Okay, I'm fine with it on the side.
But really, just like the shortest length you can make it with, while you can still have it like cable organized. I just want to keep my like wires clean if I build one, because it gets real messy because there's really no way to organize the cable.
This is probably the worst filament in the world to be doing this with.
What is it?
No Name Silk dual color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be cool to see what it turns out. So yeah, Justin, I would just do it as tight as you can make it but give yourself like a few centimeters of slack.
I was gonna get. I mean, what do you think? 6 inches of cable, is that going to be too much?
I think that's plenty because it's probably about. Well, one's going to be longer than the other two.
Yeah, which is fine.
Ta-da! It's all put together.
A clipper pad?
No, it's the HDMI 5 from Big Tree Tech. And it's the case that Aaron Geared 3D made up for me. I finally got it printed, so the legs printed a little crooked, but yeah, I got it printed up. I'm going to talk to him about a different design to bolt up to the Voron so I can swap out the screen and put this on there instead and run clipper screen on it.
That reminds me, I need to order that SKR Pico. I think Big Tree Tech should we should just get gift baskets from Big Tree Tech. Right. We determined that you're going to need this in the future, so.
Yeah, I would not argue if Big Tree Tech just randomly dropped a box of goodies off every so often.
I think that's a terrible business model, but.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't work out well for them, but I mean.
Yeah.
Could we complain, really? I mean.
Right.
I think even if you asked, I don't think they would have had those Panda Revo things.
Oh yeah, no, I want one though.
Those are so expensive though, but I guess it's a Revo. It's the cost of a Revo, but I think it's a little bit more than that. I don't know. I mean, I have enough Revos now. I think every printer except for the KP3S is a Revo now. So I just need one more Revo.
Nice.
I want to join the Revo ecosystem. I'm not going to lie. I like the idea.
But $600 in hot ends is kind of not a smart.
Well, hold on. They're just a hot end and a 0.4 nozzle, just a straight kit. That's what, $150, right?
No, just the nozzle. It depends on which one you get.
Yeah,
the Revo 0.4 is $90. I think if you get the micro kit because it comes with a fan and the cables, that's $100 and something, like $120. But if you get the kit comes with three other additional nozzles. Yeah, that's $150.
Okay, so if I went with the kit so I could play with nozzles, we'll say at 11 printers at 11 kits at $150 a piece.
Yeah.
If anybody has that kind of money or that kind of connection, please, 11 kits sent my way in varying styles, because I have I have several different printers. So
now only one style, you have to figure out how to make it work.
Are they actually manufacturing the nozzles in the UK?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know, they're doing everything.
I thought they had Chinese partners, but
no. Only partner they truly have is Prusa and Bontech.
And Diamondback now.
And
Diamondback.
Yeah.
$150 for
this
one
is how-
nozzle.
This is how crazy it is with Diamondback. The Diamondback makes that like I don't have a nozzle here.
Diamondback's probably
They-
not
they-
making as much money from
They
Revo.
don't.
So
That's
they make
not
the
what
like the
Diamondback
top
needs
half.
to do. Yeah.
They make the top half of it, and then with the tip, and then the copper, and then the whole insert with the heat break and all that. That gets done at E3D.
Mhm.
Diamondback doesn't even have stock of completed nozzles.
Yep.
Like they would be a reseller.
So where is it being assembled? At
Final
Okay.
assemblies at E3D.
Mhm.
Oh, so they shipped the nozzle.
The unfinished
inserts.
parts.
Wow.
Yeah, they ship
Because
the
they have
unfinished parts
their
and
own
they finish them.
the way they insert the nozzle. I think they actually crush the brass around the diamond.
Which
That's
makes
how they
sense.
keep
No,
it
that
from-
part's already done.
Okay, yeah.
So like, hold on, let me get this nozzle off, and then I'll show you what
It's
I'm talking about.
Diamondback isn't that it's PCD, polycrystalline diamond.
Yeah, so it's artificial
it's-
diamond that's been like, I guess, annealed in those or something, or superheated. Yeah, that's cool.
So you end up with this little black.
What's amazing though is that demo that they did of the ice. So you touch it with ice and it transfers the heat super quickly. Like you can feel the ice immediately as you touch it, instead of like a thermal insulator that you can't heat it. Yeah.
So from here down gets manufactured by Diamondback,
Oh, really? The brass
and
part?
the rest of it, the whole back end and the whole insert that happens at E3D.
You see,
And those
the way I would expect it to be done is because they're making they're basically an inserted section for the what am I trying to say? The high flow. So they have a like a slug that's pressed in place, right, for the high flow.
Yeah.
The way I would expect them to do it would be to match the outer dimensions of that, and then just send it to E3D. And they've already got the parts and the setup to just press in this different slug.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. That's how they
know.
explained it to me.
Mhm.
This is all baller stuff that I'm not going to even mess with probably ever. So I'm happy with a 0.4 brass nozzle because I'm not doing anything fancy. I think I have like 1 or 2 abrasive filaments on my entire shelf.
Man, it's so worth going with a CHT though. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well,
it depends on what you're using.
I
I'm not
lucked
going
out.
for speed though. You are. Like, I don't ever print more than 12.
I mean, you will
Really
still
too.
get better layer adhesion because the filament will be more thoroughly heated.
Probably, yeah. You're right. Speaking of that, that's what I was gonna print something for somebody.
Oh, it's curling like
It's
a
been like months. It's been a couple of weeks, at least a month since I printed something. I think.
Time to print.
No,
It's been a week. No, it's
No,
not been a week.
the
I
stupid
printed on
CNC is
Saturday.
just taking all my time, and
Right.
I hate it. Just
By the way, I got to address Mad Cats if he's still here. Yes, Mad Cats. How you doing? It has been a while. I have been streaming a few times. You missed them. But tonight I'm giving Justin all of my attention.
That's all.
He is a bit of an attention whore, isn't he?
Ouch.
Yes, just a little
I've
bit.
been quiet too. Fucking. Let's see. Okay, so I fixed that. No, I'm kidding.
just 2.6.1. That's the latest stable. I think so.
Yeah, 261, and then they got 270 out now.
Whatever. Okay.
How do
I
you-
actually, what they changed in 2.7, I think is kind of cool, but they did a lot.
Yeah. I'm using it. I also updated the firmwares on both. So
Oh boy, that's a big print. Okay.
that's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, this print wasn't going to turn out right. It was starting to curl.
That's what they all say.
Right?
Anyway, I just want to pop in and say hi. I
Yep.
got to take off. I got some stuff to do.
Cool.
But-
Well, we're here. We'll see you later. dude.
I'll see you guys later.
See,
Make your mind
Thanks for
notes.
hopping
I
in.
have to remember that. Okay.
Yes.
See you guys.
Yep, yeah.
See you.
I'm all over. I've been following you, and I'm going to continue. Every time I see you pop up, I'm like,
Appreciate it. I'll do the same. Okay. I'll see you guys later.
thanks.
See you.
Later.
Dom is awesome.
Yep.
Every time you say Dom, it makes me think of that guy that's got the mantis shrimp
Yeah.
on YouTube. He's got those 2 mantis shrimp, and he's always like with more. What is it? It's Kaizen and Kaiju, and then one of the fish that floats around one of the tanks. His name is Dom, and he's always like, for more scrimps and
On
Dom.
Dom.
Yep.
I have 11 people watching. Let's see. 5 on Twitch, 6 on YouTube. Well, thank you for the Twitch viewers. Because
What'd you do to your thumb?
I sliced it with a flathead screwdriver 2 weeks ago. Like big.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, so
He was picking his nose, and he,
decided the flathead screwdriver had to go with it.
I cut my pinky on a blister pack
Mhm.
packaging.
Mitch coming in here to one up you, Justin.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
Okay.
my gosh,
No,
my
you
God.
actually had stitches. I just had
I had 3
a paper
stitches.
cut,
If
but-
I could pull it, band-aid off. If anyone
Yeah.
wants to see the healing, but I prefer.
I
No,
saw
thank
the
you.
original picture from the last stream, so
Yeah.
I'm good.
Uh-oh,
It
I
was
gotta
not
mute
fun.
myself. I don't
And
know what
the problem
to
for
do
me
with
right now is actually the bending and the touching. So it's only been a little over 2 weeks. So give it some time to heal.
Okay.
It sucks, even at work, because I work a manual labor job. Ish.
I mean, you sit, right?
and I pull parts and I hand out parts and
Whatever.
and parts are heavy.
I know. It can be.
Yes.
I guess he wouldn't appreciate pink ASA. Let me find.
Do it anyway.
The headphone kept getting caught. I am gonna use my favorite Galaxy Gray.
ASA.
Yep.
Nice.
This stuff's awesome. Let me preheat. 100. 250.
Okay, I'm back. The daughter came out here, and I'm glad I muted it because she started yelling and screaming. I'm like, mute, hide camera, because I didn't know what she was going to do, and I didn't want you guys to bear witness to me getting beaten by my child.
It's supposed to be the other way around.
No.
Oh, it's supposed to be, but children.
Not in this day and age.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, what do you guys think? I'm gonna run a cube on the Voron over here. My question is, what do you think? For slicing mode, should I go with not slicing mode? What was I thinking? Hold on.
Vase mode and
vase mode as fast as 300 millisecond.
You guys just
want me
want
to
to
send
watch
you a
it?
profile?
Do you want me to
send you a super speed?
You want me to? You also want me to put on fuzzy skin too?
Yeah.
I won't know if my layers look any good or not because fuzzy skin.
Exactly.
Everything.
That's the whole point.
Oh, my perimeter generation. What should I use? The classic or should I use that? Was it Arcanine or whatever?
Arachne.
Arachne, yeah.
I've been using Arachne pretty solid.
Okay, I'll switch it then. And we'll give it a slice and see what it says. All right. That actually freed up 6 minutes on the print time. Wow. Oh, weird. Okay. Well, send it to the printer and let's see what happens.
Malformed command. That's a regular pressure slicer. The 2.7 pressure slicer does not like my trident. So
I don't like your trident.
I don't like your face.
Hey, so anybody happen to have a couple of unopened rolls of ASA in 2 varying colors that they don't want, that they would love to send my direction? Because I would be more than happy to reprint all of my Voron parts and rebuild it since I've noticed a bunch of my ABS parts are starting to split.
Really?
Yeah, not a bunch, but like around the legs, all the legs are splitting right through the middle where the gear is.
Really?
The two on the front are splitting, the one in the back is splitting, and then
Dang.
yeah. So I'm figuring I would like to just start reprinting parts and
What'd
just
you
start.
print them in originally?
I didn't print them; it was part of a kit. They were ABS.
Yep. So I printed mine originally for the big one 2.5 years ago, and I don't have any issues with that. So
Yeah. Well, you know, when it comes as part of the kit, you don't know what you're getting. So
Yep.
Yeah. Luckily, the
So-
Cyborg has the CNC machine parts. So
I was
like,
gonna say, I mean,
there's only like only a few printed parts. That are,
yeah,
like,
I was
not
gonna
critical.
say, you know, if anybody's got a whole bunch of CNC printed parts for the 2.4 that they don't want, send them my way. I'll put it to use for you.
CNC printed?
No, CNC cut.
Well, all
sorry.
printers are CNC machines.
This is true.
Yeah. What I did mean to say was CNC like laser cut or whatever, just CNC parts.
Sure, I'll send you some laser cut plywood parts for your Voron.
Love it. Do it. Do
Why
it.
don't I just go old school then and just take out all the metal and replace all the metal with wood?
Yeah, why not?
So actually, I was thinking about making a wooden V0, because I think it would be kind of fun to like just use like basically 15 millimeter dowel rods, basically. Or
Yeah, get the square. Yeah, get the square 50 hardwood though, like a nice dark.
Oh yeah, it'd be like
hardwood.
walnut or mahogany
Yeah.
or African blackwood. Yeah.
Yeah, get a nice dark hardwood and just go to town, man. Cut up all your pieces and yeah. And then on the
But
outside, you got to use like a lighter wood, a bamboo. Use bamboo on the outside so you can have a true
Mhm.
bamboo
Yeah.
printer.
A true bamboo printer. Yeah. Well, yeah,
spelled a little wrong, but you know.
I think the biggest
Yeah,
thing
you know.
though, like, it would probably warp. I would imagine in heat.
Just
like-
only from PLA then. It literally could only print PLA.
Yeah, maybe don't put panels on it. That way all the moisture can just escape and it won't stay trapped inside. So use it as a PLA printer and
Yeah.
just have some fun with it. If nothing else, get a humidor and put it in a humidor and just use it that way. The filament
Yeah.
won't mind.
Just put the enclosed printer inside of another enclosure to keep it at a relative humidity.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, exactly. Then this way the filament's happy because it's already,
That's true. Yeah.
And then the filament's even twice as happy now because the environment that the printer is in doesn't allow for moisture anyway.
Well, if
Or
I did
a
this,
set-
I'd be printing a wood fill ABS or wood fill PLA on it.
Nice.
I think
if
that
I
actually
was-
would be really fun.
If I had the
to do.
money, if I was rich or I win the lotto, all your projects are going to come true real fast.
Yeah,
So-
Mitch, go ahead.
Yeah. I think with the I was thinking how I'd do it. Basically, I'd make the wood sticks that are as close to like straight as possible. Build the frame the same way. The only thing is I'd have to cross drill the holes like the original extrusions do. But anything that's T-nutted, I'd have to probably do threaded inserts. Like if I can get the smallest, like I could either thread it directly into the wood with wood screws, like the M2 self-tapping screws that could actually screw directly into the wood and have the linear rails like mounted on that. I was thinking for the gantry to actually lighten the gantry is just make it out of balsa wood, because balsa wood actually is a hardwood.
Mhm.
And it probably wouldn't be that. It would probably be pretty rigid. Balsa wood, like I think balsa wood is just really soft, but it's actually a hardwood, but it's easy to cut because I think the fibers aren't as dense as other hardwoods. You probably have a lot of deflection. It would also be cool. You can make the extruder and shroud out of wood fill, but you could also do you could laser cut the actual shroud and extruder body, and just like kind of like what's his name John did with proper printing.
Mhm.
He made a laser cut like extruder.
Yes.
And really, I mean, almost everything on this machine could be wood made, except for like some of the the trickier
moving
parts.
Yeah.
The skirts could actually be. Have you ever seen Is it Kumiko? It's the Japanese art of like making like a triangle pattern out of little pieces of wood. It's like a very tedious process. I don't know if that's
Paper mache extruder body. Nice.
yeah, it's called the art of Kumiko or Kumiko. It's
You mean-
basically it's
Mad
like
Cat, you mean a fire mache?
it's like basically you cut like you have a little saw and chisel and you basically create like a lattice. You create like a lattice pattern out of like little pieces of wood that are angled in a certain way to make like a triangular pattern, and it's really fascinating. But it looks really good. So if I did that instead of the hexagon skirts, it would. Anyway, I think that would just be fun.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is one of those projects. The first project I want to do is make it. Hold on.
Dying.
Hey, so Mitch, what I was going to say while you're clearing your throat is I do need to chat with you. Zach may know last night's conversation, Zach. I got to talk to Mitch because he would probably be a good person to talk to about that if what that is what it is, and you know. So
You're the friend group Delta expert.
Yeah, I am.
We'll just leave it at that for right now, and we'll just see what potentially the future. Just cross your fingers, Mitch, because he'll make you happy too.
Yeah. Let me go to the basement.
Okay.
I was gonna start working on the CNC. I was talking, so let me get on my phone and switch over. I don't know why I'm choking. Okay, I'll see you.
Deep breaths.
But yeah, so if anybody watching in chat happens to have a couple rolls of ASA collect and dust that are like nice, shiny, new, and of contrasting colors that would look nice on a Voron, or that you'd like to see on a black frame Voron, just contact Dan because he would like to acquire those off of you so that he can reprint all of his parts and start replacing them.
I don't have any collecting dust because I don't leave my filament out to collect dust.
Yeah, this is the same.
Well, what I was going to say is I really would like red and yellow so that I could actually keep it.
Who makes red and yellow ABS?
Well, red and yellow ABS or red and yellow ASA, either one.
No, I don't know anyone that makes. I don't know if Polymaker even makes it.
Justin, look right here.
It's two separate colors, not.
No, I know, but I know red's available. I don't know on yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously, because I have yellow on here, so somebody makes a yellow. But
it's probably Keene Village.
No,
I could probably.
Polymaker makes it.
Yellow ABS.
Yeah, but
I roll right here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would like to go back to like actually the straight.
What did I do? Huh?
Oh, my cube popped off. Dadgummit.
How dare you? Oh, because I'm used to the galaxies. That's why I've been printing with so much Galaxy lately.
I need to be printing Coca Press parts.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, I was gonna say I need a new build plate for my frickin' Voron here because I can't.
Hold on.
Something that
a sheet.
Well. Yeah.
Okay. Fabrico.
I was thinking about that. Yeah, I hear their sheets are pretty good.
It's all I use on all my printers.
I've got a Fabrico that is just beat to shit and back, and it still works great.
I've got one that's scratched to hell, and it still works great.
Well, this one's got huge gouges in it.
Oh yeah, I've got gouges in this one, major gouges.
Tactile 3D Picture. What's up, Mr. Germain? Hey, there's no giveaways tonight. Sorry there, Matt.
Wrong stream. Bougie like Fabrico? Bougie is Fabrico. For it all day.
Mad Cats, I want something that will that plastic will stick to.
Or just get some Vision Miner Nano.
Yeah, or I can get some bed weld. That worked really good in there too for a while. And
Ask
then
Tim.
Bruce.
See what doesn't TH3D Tim have his stuff now?
Yeah, I can talk to Tim.
There you go.
He said he was going to
There
send
you
me a
go.
little care pack with some things anyway. He wants me to,
There you
or
go.
he said something about, making some content with some of his products. And I said, sure. I got an Ender 3 V2 now. So, and then now I even have the Ender 3 Pro, my OG original Ender 3 Pro sitting down here that, yeah, did I tell you guys? Yeah, I told you guys last night, didn't I? The power supply on it. Yeah. So the new one will be here tomorrow. So tomorrow when I get off of work, I'm going to come home, fire up a stream on Twitch, and replace the power supply, get it up and running, and kind of go from there with it. Get the OG up and running again, and then we'll test out that the SliceWorks extruder on it. Do a little bit more with it since I only got like 2 prints off of it before the damn power supply died.
Right. Oh, Zach's sharing something. Hold on.
The Eno Maker plates off of Amazon for $20. Mad Cats, I'll take a look here in just a second.
Look at that nozzle cam.
That's
I love
nozzle.
that. That's freaking awesome. That's
So,
addicting.
look at
20,000.
that's supposed to be at 50. What the fuck?
Turn it up.
The G code's resetting, and it looks like to each layer. Oh well, 20K is still gonna be nice and fast.
Time to fix that. Get it
Going
set.
up to 250 millimeters a second top speed.
Nice. It's freaking crazy.
Yeah, remember this is a Trident with a stealth burner.
Yeah. I would try to put this stuff burner.
You would.
So-
And $20, basically 20. I think they were $22,
Nice.
and shipping was like $20, and it was UPS shipping. Yeah, this printed frame machine I want to print. I want to make. I'm probably going to use 4 of these on it for X and Y.
Damn. All-wheel drive much?
Well, it's going to be a cross gantry.
Mm.
Probably do like 12 millimeter belts or something, and see if I can't make it rattle itself into a million pieces.
I want to see that on video. A million pieces.
I may end up putting my Takoto in this thing.
Yeah. So those are the motor mounts. Next. Oh, there's Mitch. And Mitch's face-ish. There he is.
Hi.
Hi.
Let me get my tripod. Hold on. Not that tripod.
I'm gonna say, what tripod do to you? He's currently running around with Sam Prentice again.
Right.
Yeah, going to China somewhere.
Running around.
Well, you know, yeah. I mean, you know. Oh, hey. So, Mitch, did you say you were going to the Lightburn thing this weekend?
Maybe. Are you gonna be able to make it? So they don't have tickets. They only have the Sunday morning thing. It's
Yeah,
basically like a public marketplace.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's
gonna
what
try to go. Yeah.
that's what I was thinking about going to, was just going to that on Sunday, because hell, it's an hour drive for me, and I'm there.
Yeah.
So I gotta clear that with the ball.
I'm jealous. Yeah.
I'm probably, if I leave at like it's 3 hours, I think. So if I leave at like 6 in the morning, I can get there at 9 when they open.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was
You know
gonna
what?
say, if
It might be
you,
10.
Yeah, I'll talk to the missus tonight and see if she will allow me enough leash to go down there, and if she will, I will let you know, possibly this evening or tomorrow, and then I'll tell you, if you're going, I have the okay to go.
Oh, if I'm going, then you're okay.
We got the
Yeah, if
Because
I
that's
can
how I
nicotine guide.
So
that's how I
look,
can make sure that you're actually going where you say you're going. Right.
Hey Mitch, this barrel jack power connector, how the hell does this get wired up?
It goes. The red wire goes to the switch, and the black
here's-
wire goes to your control board, and then
Well, here's the problem. I have no wires.
you need power wires.
Yeah, there's
Justin.
no schematic.
Justin, make Zach big. He wants to show his retractor.
Hold on.
So the center pin is positive. The outer pin, the outer shell is negative.
Okay.
So wire the positive center pin to the switch, and then the switch to the control board, and then the black is the outer ring that goes to the control board.
hey Mitch, check this out. It's a
What is that?
double. It's a double compression fitting. So the compression on the large tube squeezes down on the small tube and holds it all
Yeah.
in place. So
Is
the
that
small,
buffer?
yeah, the small tube has a small pinch in it,
Uh-huh.
but let me back up here.
So the small tube like slides in and out.
Right, hold on. I'm gonna have to do it here. Hold on.
How does it not pull out all the way? Also, I like your T-shirt. That's funny.
So I've got a really long section of tubing on here right now. So it doesn't pull out just by you don't push back more than the amount of tubing that you have. So
Okay, so it's just like calibration, basically.
right. So you see the junction, right? I'm gonna push. See that?
And there's a little bit of friction.
Yeah, the trick is you put a little pinch in this tube here, and that adds just enough friction to resist pushing back out. And,
Without binding.
yeah, so far, it seems to work good just by hand. I've got to get.
So wait, it's enough friction that when it retracts, it's actually taking up the slack in the tubes.
Right.
It's not taking up the slack into the box where the filament is.
Exactly.
So, got it.
So it'll slide the tubes back in each other, and then it'll pull off the spool, and then when you retract, it'll push the tubes apart.
Cool.
What's going on, Matt?
I'm alright.
Yeah?
Been ill for a while, so not feeling too well. Leg is terrible.
Yeah.
Got a bad infection.
Oh no.
Yeah. Something bit me. I think it was a spider.
Oh, it actually was a spider bite.
Yeah.
I've heard of those getting really bad.
It was like 3-4 weeks ago, and I'm still battling with it. It's like a bit of my flesh is missing on that point now.
Wow.
Yeah, because you see,
Must have been a radioactive spider.
You see, when spider bites here, they inject venom, but the venom also breaks down the flesh, so they can slurp it up.
It's not like it's Australia. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I know, but every spider does it.
Yeah, that's true. It just depends which spider got you.
I just don't know what spider bit me. So we do have to introduce spiders, like from banana plants and all that, and a couple other arachnophobes. I want to say.
Hey, Justin, share my screen share.
Hold on. Yeah. That's it.
Sorry, it's loud.
That's on one.
What are the black markings?
Black
Are
markings.
those? Yeah, in the print.
That was I started to have gaps, so I turned the temperature up to 230.
Wow, that's actually fast. That's a cool nozzle cam. Where'd you get that nozzle cam?
It's by 3DO.
Oh, that's so cool. It's a really nice. Like, it looks good.
It's 4K.
I would rather have that than a overhead camera, just because, like, that's more useful information than a time lapse.
Yeah, I'm starting to get gaps.
Okay, so sorry, what I'm doing now is I bought quarter inch washers, and they fit perfectly in the. I used a Forstner bit to counterbore the holes in my baseboard. I'm using quarter inch washers to put the M6 bolts in it, so that it actually compresses the wood all the way around it, so that you're not like pulling the bolt through the wood part, because it's a plywood and you can splinter the wood. So I've gotten so many splinters from this stupid piece of wood. I like woodworking. I think I'm getting more and more into woodworking. Like, I really want to get into doing those epoxy resin tables, but I also realize that that's a trap where rich YouTubers that are independently wealthy can afford to actually do epoxy resin tables. And
the materials
if you try to do it yourself, you'll spend thousands of dollars for a table that nobody wants to buy.
Right.
And you'll go broke doing it. Yeah, I think you need either that, or I can do the pallet tables where you spend a ton of time trying to take apart a pallet and reclaim the wood, and then it still looks bad, like it would come out of a pallet. I don't know.
Sam is again in, I almost wanted to say Thailand, China.
Mm-hmm.
So, is he back into reality, or what did you guys hear? Nothing? Alright.
I haven't heard anything.
I know what's new to me. I know he was going to Germany soon. To the expo, what's happening in Frankfurt. And
I think he's going to be a lifer.
Yeah. I know I'm going to see him on Smurf, the one in the UK. So Joe Talent will be there, Khrushchev will be there, several other names will be there too, Honey Badger.
So the problem is, if I went to Frankfurt, I would just stay in Germany
Yeah, exactly.
and not go back.
Why are you asking for asylum?
Yeah, can I be hosted somehow? I'll learn German really
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, we probably can pass you on the what's this visa you guys have? Einstein 3D printing visa, huh?
Oh yeah, is there a visa for being 3D printing nerd?
Actually,
I mean,
Germany.
I know enough
right now.
about.
Wait a second. Right now, you have a good chance of going into Germany because they're looking for people who are qualified in all sorts of manufacturing, like 3D printing and other things.
Yeah,
So,
I could probably learn Schneider because the Schneider drives, and I know enough PLC stuff. I could probably get away with doing some automation engineering stuff because.
Hey, if you go over there, learn some Heidenhain stuff because that's really hard to find. Yeah.
Well, custom. Those are PLCs, right? Or controllers, like
Well,
CNC
yeah, I mean
controllers.
CNC controls.
Yeah.
no,
But
go
it's,
to Siemens. Go to
it's-
Siemens. They will show you the latest 3D printers. I mean, do you see their 3D printers of Siemens?
Siemens
the plat-
isn't bad, and they have CNC controls.
Yeah.
No, Siemens and Schneider. Well, Schneider is American, but Siemens is more worldwide. Like their PLCs are used more internationally than Rockwell, because Rockwell is kind of more a Midwest thing, I guess.
As far
Yeah.
as I know, they're building a big warehouse where the whole warehouse is actually a 3D printer. So they can
Oh, that's
actually print big, large modules, like for buildings or other types of manufacture. And the nozzle is versatile. It can print cement and it can weld. So it basically can lay down a layer of steel. So, but this is mostly smaller.
Siemens at the NASA Langley machine shop, they've got a couple of really neat little 5-axis CNC cabinet mills, little bitty ones that are Siemens controlled. But Siemens CNC control are a little different than.
Oh, you're getting lots of flare lines now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm printing at nearly 50 millimeters a second cubed.
Oh yeah.
233 millimeters a second.
I'm gonna take this board off. Basically, I'm gonna take the board off because I have the CNC machine has a bunch of shavings and stuff underneath it, and I need to clean basically everything before I put this board back on. Because I'm gonna drill it, aren't I? Yeah, if I'm gonna drill it, then I'm gonna have to. I'm kind of debating how I want to do this order of operations.
Good to see you, dude. Seen him. I
Uh,
think he was at a couple shows.
No way.
So what you need, Zach, is you need the Magnum Plus or Prime that can do 100 millimeters cubed.
Yeah, or a Goliath or a water heater or a Takoto
Yeah.
HC50.
Why don't they actually? I guess the boiling temperature. What if they use oil? Like you actually heat oil and use that to melt the plastic instead of using a heater cartridge. That way you can get more stable heat diffusion. That might be a good idea. Because you can heat oil. Well, no, the flash point of oil is like 200 C, depending on the oil you use. So yeah, but if it's not oxidized, I think. I think glycol. Can't you do ammonia? Yeah, you could do ammonia or glycol. Something that can handle higher temperatures. Because usually those are used for propylene glycol is for antifreeze, basically.
Right. Mitch, question. On the Eris verticals, the plastic clip-ins, the blue plastic, I can't, even injured, I cannot, even before I was injured, get them to snap in on the bottom.
Yes, that is tight clearance. what Dustin did is he broke his clips trying to take them out, and so he ended up redesigning the entire tower and printing new towers with M3 screws to actually hold them in
Really?
place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to message him.
Yeah, talk to Dustin, Jatman.
I mean,
JAT.
I'll try, but it just
He basically is like remaking a lot of the parts of theirs.
okay.
So
Redesigning.
he's going all.
Oh,
Yeah, I just want to get it to like.
and
But that's what's concerning to me is that if it's hard to take it apart,
yeah,
then I can't take it apart to send the Nero
exactly.
to reassemble, right? And he's
also-
going to get frustrated assembling it too.
For
So
the 3010
I wanna make-
fans,
yes,
so there's no ducts. Like you have the little like.
yes,
funnels,
they
but-
go through the hole.
Yeah.
And it's so tiny that basically all the air just blows straight down.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, no, trust me, I tried to do a duct, but it would be like a single wall thickness,
I can do
little
that
duct. Basically, what you should do is use a drinking straw
and just bend.
and basically just shove it in there.
Yeah, right. It's all good. I just wondered.
like bend the drinking straw like at a slight angle so it's pointing at the nozzle, but really you don't need it. Like it's basically just forcing a bunch of air underneath that effector, and it's somewhat evenly distributing it because like you feel underneath it, you actually are feeling like quite a bit of air.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same as the bird air. It's just you don't have to have a big pump
Yeah.
on the side of it.
Hopefully, I'll get this thing done someday. Like it's hard.
Yeah, I mean you can build the effector. That's not really that hard.
No,
It's just,
I'm just following the directions. I got the Z,
Yeah.
or the motor mounts done.
well, because you got that hot end. Show that hot end that
Oh.
Steve sent you.
It's still in
It's-
the package because I'm not going to use
That's
it.
what I mean. It's in the package, but it's kind of an older style. But he makes his own hot ends, and they're basically like E3D style J heads. It's kind of a weird. It's like a very short melt zone, custom heater block.
Huh.
That he machines all those on his Mazak.
Interesting.
He makes his own nozzles too. So the nozzles are actually not quite E3D style. They're like slightly smaller, and they use a 1/4-inch hex instead of a 6mm. It's kind of annoying.
Dang.
But I think it's because he can get like hex. I think he can get certain size material in his fixtures. I think that's why he uses a lot of Imperial stuff because he built it in the U.S.
Yeah, I
It's
can
just
tell. And-
he uses like number 6 wood screws or number 8 wood screws. No, number 4 wood screws to screw into the plastic. So all those screws that you have that go into the
Yeah.
plastic are actually just number 4 screws.
Right. So,
Um,
let's see.
All right, guys. I'm
Here's
popping
the
back
hot-
out.
Yeah. So it's kind of a weird heatsink design. Like it's
Custom.
I guess-
build.
and it's kind of tapered and somewhat, but he makes his own heat breaks, the steel heat break, and then that melt zone is super tiny. Like
Right.
that's maybe only like a 3 or 4mm heat
That's
melt zone.
so tiny.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
I'm gonna try it because it's 30. It would basically be about $40 with his discount.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks great.
Well, I mean, if you need another hot end, I'll be glad to send this one to you.
Yeah, we'll see if it works.
The fridge
Is
magnet.
that-
Right now, I'm going to use the Revo. So
Is that just layer changes, or
No, it's
with
flat.
the hue? Oh, it's on the bamboo.
Yeah.
That's really clean.
Yeah, I think.
It would be nice to have multi-material that wasn't annoying, but I'm refusing out of principle.
I did make a bigger one too.
Okay, I have a makerspace with a bamboo and AMS, so I don't have to own one.
there you go.
No, that looks really good actually. Like that's the kind of stuff that people would buy on Etsy is like that kind of multi-material where it's actually really clean. I think it's just people
even
trying
my little ones. My little look very nice too.
Do you design those?
Yeah.
Those look great. So you're just doing like you're just doing a vector image and then extruding it, or oh, that's cool too.
Yeah, I use it in Luban.
Oh yeah,
Mostly,
Luban has a 2D to 3D.
what I do is I have plenty of pieces of paper and
You just draw it?
pen and do some drawings. and then scan it or make a picture of it. And then I scan it into Luben, and Luben does the rest.
Oh wow,
I
it
just
does
have to
vector.
put in. I just have to put in some numbers. What size? What height? What? If I want it flat or if I want it bumpy, or there's too many different settings for that. So, I can put them in extrusion. I can put them in puzzle, or I can make.
Have you seen this model yet? Anybody?
The ghost?
Of that, yeah. Nice.
Oh, it's a slinky. Is it hard to print those because they have to have
No,
the perfect gap?
Hold on.
I think it's like you're purposefully under extruding so that the layers don't adhere to each other. That's how you make those.
no, it's prints and pulls apart.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that's
I need
kind of
that.
how it works.
I need that file. I need to try that.
Some printables. Ghost Blinky.
Working on it. Loud Mitch.
You just
Sorry.
got to make sure that you follow the correct
Here you go.
layer height.
Trying to find it. Ghost Slinky, huh?
Actually, I'll show you my.
It's definitely not what
wall
it's
that I-
named.
Show you what?
I'll find
Show you
it.
my fridge.
Oh, that's
Oh, I
that's
found it. Stretchy, springy ghost.
that actually looks really cool. Wow, you have a lot of stuff on that fridge.
Oh.
So what do you have in the fridge?
That you're not gonna see.
Okay. That's where you store your film in, right?
No, that's where I keep my money. Oh,
Oh,
I took my safe. That's my safe place.
okay. I thought it was just full of beer because that's what I would do with a fridge.
No, I don't have
Isn't that
any
nice?
beer. I don't have alcohol.
Beer and frozen pizza. That's all I need to live off of.
I rarely drink. And I'm already regretting meeting Sam Prentice and having afterwards
Oh, he's-
a couple of drinks. Because he's known for taking down his liquor.
Oh yeah.
What? Just because he can outdrink a one-legged man doesn't mean anything.
There's less body fat to saturate.
Move over here. Move over here.
All right, I'm printing. I'm going to print one of these on MK4.
I'll be drunk off like one shot, and then I
yeah.
already get into convulsion because I'm getting like too much alcohol.
Oh really? Wow.
I
I
don't know,
can
not
drink a lot, but I just don't do it because it's the same reason why I don't do other things is because like if I'm working on a project, I'm usually like happy working on the project, but socially, like I only do it socially because if everybody else is doing it. But really,
I do maybe
like,
some
at the
Christmas.
Rock
I drink
festivals.
something. Well,
but Christmas and Thanksgiving you have to drink because you have to deal with your family. But like at Rep festivals, I get along with everybody and I actually enjoy it. So also I don't like paying for drinks. But
you cheap date.
I don't know, like at Earth it wasn't that bad. Like those bars were not too bad. And finally, like the Green Turtle was actually decent.
Right. Yeah. It helped. They didn't have like
I
parties.
think last
there.
time I was drinking was on my wedding night.
Oh yeah, that's the only time. That's a good time to drink.
Well, I didn't drink much. I only had like half a glass. I don't like alcohol. I don't drink. I don't.
I get it.
It doesn't agree with me because as soon as I drink it, I get sick, or I immediately get muscle aches, or I get immediately a hangover. So I'm just not used to it, I guess.
So mark your plywood because it will never go back the same way if you don't cut it square. So I made that mistake where it would only go in one way. It would only slide into the machine one way, but it wouldn't slide in the other way. And so it was because my machine. Well, first of all, the board is cut slightly crooked, and also so it's not actually square. And then the frame was not square. The actual CNC machine frame was not square. So I had to square the frame before I could even get the spoil board to go inside of the frame.
Is
So there's
Mitch's mic pretty hot, or is it just me?
I think it's you. It's not hot for me because I'm not hearing myself.
Definitely a little hot.
Yeah, I've been turning
Well,
it down because
Not like outrageously so.
Well, it's on my phone. If I go to settings,
I've
It's
been
because
trying
it's
to
a reverby
Yeah.
basement. That's what it is.
I'm helping
test.
somebody.
Oh yeah, it is hot. Sorry.
I'm helping somebody build a flight simulator.
nice.
So he told me to print these parts off. He does all the electronics. I mean, they came out very clean, nice.
Mitch, I messaged Dustin to see what the options are. I mean, I don't mind printing them. I can fire them off in ABS.
Well, I think I asked him to share, but I don't know if he's going to just yet. But yeah, if you message him and he's willing to give some.
I just asked. I said
Especially
you recommended.
So the heated bed's cool because he made it so that basically it has a Voron V0 like bed that inserts into a ABS printed part. And I asked him about flame, because as long as it doesn't get to the glass transition temperature of ABS, then it should actually be an insulator, which is pretty good. Sorry, what was that? I saw Matt flash something.
Oh, no,
What did you flash on the camera?
That's the flight simulator parts, what he's doing.
Oh.
He's doing all
What
the
is the flight
electronics.
simulator like? Is it based on the design? Or is it custom?
Yeah, it's real. It's after the real thing. Somebody designed the file, the STL, you can download for free on Thingiverse. Not Thingiverse, Thingiverse, I think he said.
Yeah, I wanted to do a driving simulator, but that's such a rabbit hole. Like, if you ever do that kind of hobby, like, I mean, it's really cool because now they have like motion platforms now that are like pretty decent.
Yeah, the trick is you just get a VR headset, and then you don't.
Yeah,
You don't have to spend a ton of money on screens.
Yeah, that would be nice. I don't know. My thing with VR is like now the Quest 3 came out, it's supposed to be pretty good. But there's not really a lot of competition for VR headsets because it's still kind of a niche thing. Like I only have a handful of people that actually are like in VR daily. So I don't really go in.
Well, you can get like the original Oculus Rift real cheap, and they're fantastic headsets.
Yeah, I'm more like I think if I'm gonna upgrade, I'm probably gonna get the Quest 3 just because it's the newer style thing. But
part of the problem I have with a lot of the newer headsets is I've got a really wide IPD.
Oh yeah, me too.
What's yours?
Well, I don't. It's still within the 70 millimeter range, but
Yeah, I'm like
60,
71 or 72.
Okay, so you're probably right at the edge of what they can do on most of the.
So my the reason why I like my original Rift is with it all the way maxed out is perfect.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's a mechanical adjustment. It's not a.
The blunderbuss.
Does it work?
No.
Oh.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I'll catch you later.
All right.
See ya. Have a good night.
Good night.
Hell, I just realized it's 10 o'clock. I got to get going too. I got to work in the morning.
Yeah, me too.
Everyone's leaving.
It's like
I have
1
4
a.m.
o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
Well,
wait, what time?
Yeah.
I have 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 a.m.
Yeah, you should probably go to sleep, Mr. German.
What is
Should.
sleep?
It's this thing that the ignorant people do, or lazy people. There we go. Lazy people sleep.
I'm not lazy.
Lazy people. Okay, well that explains me a lot.
Yeah.
Mitch is like, I sleep a lot. Thanks.
Yeah, I do. Well, I try to sleep a lot.
Me too, but it doesn't work. I sit at my desk, I close my eyes, and next thing I know, somebody's standing at my desk staring at me. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's right. You have kids, so that's why I can.
Somebody's poking me. I sleep sometimes here in this chair because it's comfortable for my back to sit in, and then I'm just like,
Wake up.
yeah. My wife sometimes comes next to me and goes like, "Babe, wake up! You're asleep again."
Like, yeah, let me sleep. I don't know.
Yeah.
I get to work late. I probably should get up earlier, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I also leave at 6, so it's like I stay an hour later, arrive an hour later.
Yeah, Mitch, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in. I'll ask the boss about Sunday if I can have enough leash to go. And,
yeah, let me know if you're gonna be there. I'll meet you there.
yeah, because I was saying,
I'm jealous. I'd love to go.
I just don't know who's gonna be there and like what I'm gonna see, and so it's gonna be just show up to a hotel. I know, but show up to a hotel and there might be like thousands of people, and then trying to find Matt and whoever else works for them.
Yeah,
Billy's the one who's in town.
I just figure I'm just gonna go for the Sunday thing, walk around, shake the hands of the people I know, and say hey, catch up with them a little bit, and see what's there, and see what fun and exciting things they have to talk about.
Yeah, I think the talks are going to be over. But I don't think you have access to them.
Be over, but I'm just saying, like, the people you run into and the stuff that they announced that the general public already kind of knows what's coming.
Like the CNC stuff that they're going to be able to do on Lightburn is really interesting to me. Like being able to run a CNC router with Lightburn sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, especially for a guy who uses Lightburn for his laser already.
Yeah, I do. You have a laser too.
Yes, I do, and I have Lightburn.
Yeah.
But gentlemen, have yourselves a wonderful evening. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail, all that happy fun stuff.
Yeah. Hey, so the Eris.
The problem is I can't get these damn things together. I don't want to use a hammer because I don't want to break anything.
Well, I don't know how they clip in. Do they have like a little lip that like grabs into it?
Yep.
And so, what is it grabbing into? Because there must be like.
It's grabbing into like.
Is there like a socket in the base of it that it snaps into? Because like you can just use a little screwdriver to kind of bend the tab back.
I haven't had the best luck with screwdrivers lately.
Oh yeah.
So unless I'm wearing gloves, I'm not doing it.
The only thing I could think of is maybe I could come up with a jig that I can print out.
Yeah, if you can, that'd be awesome. Because I'm stuck with that. I can't put my motors on until I get the verticals on.
Yeah. You had the verticals on, I thought, from the top, but not in the base.
But not on the base, correct.
Yeah. So all the steel has embedded itself in the wood. So I'm going to have to kind of scrub. Like I've been working on this workbench for, over a year. And it has all the steel from everywhere I've drilled. So I think I can actually clean this with just soap and water. It's kind of what I was hoping. But I don't think it actually needs to be super clean because I'm going to just drill more holes in the plywood. I want the holes to be relatively square to the machine though. So I should have the machine drill its own holes but I'd have to drill the rest of the holes that I can't reach. I think if I Twitch stream again, I'm gonna just stream from my phone.
Are we getting rated? We are. I think we're getting rated.
Oh, we're getting rated? Who's rating us?
Yep. Let's see. Hold on. Rate KB.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh, welcome raiders.
Sorry, I've been working on stuff. What's going on?
Yeah, Chris is awesome.
Yes, he is. Chris, I sent. Yeah, Justin's back. Chris, I sent you a link if you want to join for a short time. And Chris is back. Mitch is head. Hey, Steve. Pezliz.
Yeah.
If you want to link
Steve.
Pez, here. It's KB
Yeah.
Chris's birthday. Who let?
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday. That's awesome. Drop Pez a link.
He can't be more than like 30.
Shenanigans. I know, right? K2 Kevin. Everybody's here. All I see is Joe. Yeah. And Shadell. Nice to meet you. Everyone. Appreciate the raid. That's awesome. Geared.
I'm just cleaning up all the metal shavings on my CNC machine, so it can look nice for the camera. But I got to make a lot more sawdust before I can make parts on this thing. So,
right.
Yeah.
We went from very few viewers to 30. I'm sorry this is not more exciting. But,
oh, this is awesome. Thank you.
Well, for them,
Oh yeah. No, I'm. It's exciting.
Mitch,
we're like the coolest people though that you rated. You know, we're
Mitch,
like the.
Mitch, there's a comment for you.
Oh yeah, what's that?
I'll let you read it.
No, I actually take a break from time to time.
Yeah, here's another one.
Cough drops and Mitch. Who says the cough drops? Oh, that was such an important thing to have at Earth was the cough drops. Everybody was like hoarse at this event. Yeah.
There'll be bags of them at Rocky Mountain, guaranteed. Thanks for the follow, Numeric and Aaron.
We need KB 3D themed cough drops.
Yes.
Like we need branding on her.
Look! Very special guest, Chris.
Yay! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Hey, thanks, guys.
How are you, sir?
Not too bad. I figured I'd stop in real quick. I'm supposed to be going to sleep though, so.
Sleep? What's the sleep thing?
I know people are talking about it.
There's a job thing and a 5-year-old thing, and
yeah,
you're not careful.
Right, and broken printer things, and
I built an orange cube today.
Ooh, that's a nice orange cube.
Yeah.
Is that a powder-coated orange?
It only took us an hour and 45 minutes on stream.
Well, it takes longer when you're streaming because.
Is that a 250 Trident or?
It's a 300 2.4.
Nice.
Oh, nice. That's smaller than I thought it would be. Either that or you're big. I'm
That's
not
what
sure.
she said.
Yeah.
See,
a little
nice
bit of both these
cube.
days, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, I like that orange. Is that powder coated?
Yeah, it's powder coated from DLL PDF.
DH.
They're here in the States.
Oh yeah.
DL. They have a hard name to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
They
drivers
forget
for a computer
name.
and PDFs. Like they just made that up as they went.
Right.
I definitely want purple. I want purple frame if I'm going to do one because, like I know LDO has a purple frame, but I don't think they sell it on any of their kits unless you special order it or.
Right.
I've seen
Fabrico's the way to go because he'll change out any of his frames for anything.
Yeah, that's true.
For that specific use.
So actually, I tried to get powder coated steel, and they didn't have purple powder coat. So this is like the same alloy color that they use for wheels. So it's like a silver,
right.
Like a medium silver. It's actually a really good color.
Googly eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, I just
so
realized
it's funny.
I repped a
These
computer
are
on stream. Sorry.
We're all friends.
They wiggle, but they need to wiggle a little bit more. So I might actually create some kind of better mount, have them stick out a little bit. That way they wiggle.
Just turn up the accelerations; they'll wiggle.
Yeah. Well, we're actually having a discussion on the Discord about using S curves versus trapezoidal jerk, because apparently, like, if you use a trapezoidal jerk, the acceleration ramps up and then kind of wiggles and like slows down and wiggles. So when it accelerates, deaccelerates. So if you use an S curve, it's a lot smoother of a motion of the the acceleration curve. And I think
And
there's
what
a way to
firmware?
change it. Well, it's in Linux CNC or Gerbil how. So CNC. So I think in Clipper they probably already do S curve acceleration. But
Yeah, I know there's a lot of
or it's-
optimization on that side, but the CNC stuff,
Mm.
who knows? I
yeah,
don't
they're
know.
using in Linux CNC. There's so much you can do, but like it's so cryptic. it's I mean it's somewhat easy because they have a wizard to do the basic setup. But like you have this is Axis in Linux CNC, but I can change the INI file, so I can actually turn it on. I have a PLC that turns the contactor on, powers up the spindle and the VFD and stuff, and then I go here, turn it on, and then go home. It does the homing sequence, which is already on, and then for y-axis, continuous. So that's kind of slow. Like I don't know how to change the acceleration, but I think it's set to a minimum. But
Well,
it
probably
moves.
ideal for what you're doing.
Right.
It moves, and actually, you do have spindle control now. So if I go to MDI, type in M3, M3, like 10,000 RPM.
Dang.
Yeah, there you go. So
Is it a
it's actually
10,000
really
RPM
quiet.
spindle?
Yeah, it doesn't have a collar on it, so you can't see anything. But
Yeah.
if it had a collar on it, you can see it. I have a 2-inch fly cutter, so like that thing will be scary at anything over like 12,000 RPM.
Yep.
Dang.
I'm also hoping the torque isn't that bad because you can actually bog down those fly cutters because they have a lot of mechanical advantage. Anyway, there we go. It works. I just need to get a spoil board on here so I can start milling it. So once I mill the spoil board, then I actually have to work on work holding because a lot of it is the work holding of what I'm going to cut.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm working on. Is I'm going to drill a pattern of holes that have threaded inserts at the baseboard so that I can basically use those like clamps and clamp stuff on the edge clamps of it essentially. So, but I want to make it. I have to figure out how many holes I want to drill, but I'm going to have to manually drill all the holes that are outside of the area, the area to mount it down. So there's a couple of figuring out things I have to do for the MDF, but and then I also have to counter bore them so that the bolt heads aren't above the spoil board, so I can surface it. Yeah, and the CNC machine at the makerspace is me and another guy are actually replacing the controller board on it, so that's down for now. So I can't use the other CNC machine to make the parts for this CNC machine.
Yeah.
So I might have to do it by hand. I don't know. And MDF is so expensive. Actually, plywood's really expensive too. So, like, I'm trying to not screw up. Essentially, I have kind of like one shot to do it.
That ends up being a ton of work too. Just
Yeah.
building that spoil board
There you
out
go.
will be just. It's
Yeah, that's the problem. Is the bigger fish thing is that just build a 4x8 table, and then you end up building, a $10,000 Avid CNC essentially.
Yeah.
So I could make this bigger, but if I want the x-axis to be any wider, I'd have to buy 4 new pieces of steel, and I'd have to buy another 2 linear rails and a ball screw, and I can actually expand this wider. But what's cool is if I made this 4. Yeah. So if I made this a 4-foot section, then I can actually pass through sheets here and do like 2 feet at a time, and hopefully those line up to each other. That's what I plan on doing. Is actually either not rollers, but I was gonna just basically make it so that I can slide material through and do profile cuts with tabs, and that way I can do one continuous sheet of like 4x8. This is actually a 3-foot wide cutting area, even though it's slightly less than 4 feet. It's actually 1,200 millimeters, but the actual cutting area is 970 millimeters. So like a 4x8 sheet, I'd have to rip cut 12 inches off of a 4x8 sheet to get the actual cuttable area inside here. And so I could do full sheets, but I'd rather do that at the makerspace if I'm going to do anything that big. Most of the stuff I'm going to be doing on this is going to be like little planks of hardwood, you know, probably either hardwood or aluminum. A lot of aluminum. That's kind of the whole point of this machine, is to be able to do aluminum parts on it. So,
Chris,
yeah,
I might be buying some resin from you. I'm getting my first resin printer tomorrow. So,
nice.
Oh yeah, what is it?
What kind of resin?
So Akuma's sending it to me. Elegoo Saturn 2.
Okay.
And I have some stuff coming from Wham Bam, and I've got my Anycubic Wash and Cure Plus in this box. It's been sitting here for 2 weeks. And I've got 3 bottles of resin right now, and I've been wanting to mess with Flex, but I've heard that it is stinky.
Oh, tenacious or
engineering stuff
like,
and flexi stuff. It gets stinky.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I have a shelf back here. I think I'm gonna actually enclose.
Is it the plasticizer?
I don't
I think
know.
that's what it is.
So I've got a shelf back here, and all that's going to go here. I think I'm going to enclose it with some plastic and make it accessible, and then my window's right here, so I can vent. I can do an exhaust fan with like 120 millimeter, couple 120 millimeter fans, and suck the air
I would
out.
spend the time to do it ahead of time. You'll set yourself up for success. I've enjoyed resin printing, and I was doing it for a long time on an OG, like original Elegoo Mars, and it did pretty darn good. I had maybe 2 print fails over the life of that machine.
Dang. Yeah, I have to enclose it at least somewhat. I'm not so worried about smell. I've got air purifiers and everything, but
the way to go is the wash and cure unit, which I'm sure you're getting.
Which is right there in that box.
Mercury. And then this stuff is expired. The resin I have is like really expired. And I leave it in here, and it's probably like, it's probably curing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Akuma said you got to mix it like once every other week just to keep it from.
This is the $100 Amazon special that I got. It was $100 a couple of years ago, and it replaced my PO Poly Moai. Like, the PO Poly Moai was good, but like the software had to be kind of custom to it.
Mitch, by the way, your mic is still pretty hot.
I don't know how to fix that, so.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay. They don't give you controls in the software.
Yeah, I can't even turn you down on StreamYards. I don't know why.
Anyway. I'll just whisper.
Right. Nah, you don't. I mean, we can still hear you.
Into our ears.
Yeah, talk softly, and we probably hear you just as well.
Yeah, like it literally doesn't. It gives me. Oh yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it's all good.
Anyway,
I've got some.
Yeah, resin's cool, but the mechanical parts I've actually made on this thing are like.
I've got some.
Still holding up. Like as long as you're not doing anything with torsion.
I want to do some clear stuff for Christmas, so I've got Nova 3D Ultra Clear, and I've got some, clear coat, and I've got a whole plan for it because I want to give away like clear animals to families for Christmas, like the old glass.
I wouldn't give it away for like Toys for Tots though if you're trying to do that.
I'm doing Toys for Tots.
Yeah, but not resin prints.
No, of course not. So we'll see how long it lasts. I've been avoiding it, but Akuma offered, and I'm like, okay. Can't say no to free.
Yeah, I would say embrace it and try the engineering resins out, try the flexi resins out, because that's where it gets pretty cool too. And the engineering stuff, I've used it as final jigs and tools and things like that, even printer parts, and they held up really well.
Nice. That'd be cool.
Especially when you've got something that's printed like in the Z direction, it's usually pretty weak. In an engineering grade material, you get that more isotropic, result from resin. So if it's something that's maybe designed poorly in FDM, you can do an engineering resin and it'll be pretty darn good.
Yeah, I did fan ducts that way with the ABS. Like, and
Yeah.
it's surprisingly good.
The Flex has me interested. I printed with 60A, 75A. I see on your site, Chris, there's 57A. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's pretty squishy.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But with resin,
it's
you
fun.
have the peel force for resin though. How do you print flexible like that?
What do you mean?
Flexible resin, you said?
Oh, the resin is just resin until you cure it.
When you cure it, it flexes,
Well,
or
when you print it, I'm assuming, right?
yeah.
You
But I'm
print it.
saying because it has a peel force, every time you peel it, anything that's thin is going to get wobbly.
I don't know, Chris. I'm assuming you can speak to that with your 57A.
The stuff that I've printed with it, I didn't go super fine detail, so
Right.
I don't know. Your mileage
Yeah,
may
so
vary,
you
but
probably
it was
sticker
just a
stuff like-
lattice cube, so
Yeah.
some pretty small details. But
I
at
see
least
that.
on the printer, the resin machine I have, there is no tilt peel or anything. It's just a straight up lift. I didn't have any issues.
Nice.
You have to go with
wow.
a pretty long exposure time on all the
Yeah.
engineering stuff and all the specialty stuff, but it glues
Yeah.
pretty well.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, a Formlabs had a flexible, but I think we tried it once and didn't have really good luck. What also gets me really interested is ceramic resins.
Oh yeah, I would
If you
love
have-
to.
If you have access to a kiln, being able to make like stuff that's basically like porcelain,
Yeah,
but like super
that's
high
what-
detail.
That's what actually got me into 3D printing. I've never done the actual ceramics, but my wife's like, I looked into it 7 years ago. My wife's like, "Can you 3D print ceramics?" I'm like, "Kind of," and I'm like, "Can I get a printer?" She's like, "Maybe," and then this happened.
And now here we are
And here we are
on this Wednesday.
on this Wednesday with almost
My-
9 printers in a 10-foot by 12-foot room.
Yeah, my justification was I wanted to build robot parts, and back then, like back in 2008, 2009, like CNC machine kits were just not good, because you had to still use like parallel ports and like old school controllers, and everything was like extra. And now that like China basically makes really good linear hardware and stuff, like you can build a CNC machine like this for about like less than I would have spent building a janky one back in the early, mid 2000s. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
even the MakerBot Cupcake was a better purchase than the CNC machine back then.
That's saying something.
Well, hobby CNC, not like commercial, but like
Right.
it was definitely not feasible to like build your own industrial CNC machine even back in 2008. So
Maker Deck gave you a shout out.
Harbor Freight made mills. You could get like a Harbor Freight mill. That's what my dad used, and that thing was pretty cool. But it had a lot of backlash. So,
Sure.
yeah, but I actually was like on forums back in the day, learning how to drive stepper motors with a parallel port and like a 486 computer, and like using drawer slides and old printer parts to make
Cool.
You could actually you could hand cut MDF into a frame, and then use drawer slides as your linear rails, and then you just the threaded rod as your axis, and then use a parallel port with some transistor drivers, and that's how you literally drive the stepper drives with the pulses from the parallel port. Yeah,
I love it and I hate it at the same time.
This was like around the time when Arduino
it's nostalgic.
was just starting. Yeah. I mean, I was actually. I mean, this kit comes with a parallel port breakout, so you could. I actually bought a old Dell workstation. Actually, I traded a Duet. I was going to use a Duet to be the controller for it, but I was told that it didn't really support CNC controls that well. So I traded my Duet for an old Dell workstation computer that had a parallel port. Actually, Chris Riley sent it to me, and so that was my first computer. And then I realized that I was not going to use the parallel port, because with Linux CNC, in order to have the parallel port be your driver, you have to have like a certain amount of latency from the processor. So like you actually have to be a pretty low latency, and with modern multi-threading, you're like, it doesn't really have a good real-time real-time OS kind of thing. The same reason why you don't use like a Raspberry Pi GPIO to control a machine. You have the microcontroller do the pulse timing.
Right.
So Linux CNC is kind of working like Clipper in a way where you have it sending packets of information over Ethernet to a control board, and the control board is doing all the timing with the FPGA. So, like, it's a lot more sophisticated. So, like that, I can still have my config file, and I can update on that. I can update that INI file on the fly, but it's still sending data to a microcontroller.
That's cool.
So it has a lot of parallels with 3D printing. But like, yeah, machining stuff is just so old school. Like you get like work offsets, right? Your G54, 55, and that's not really used in 3D printing. You know, everything's based on the home location.
Yep.
Not your offsets. Also, now that we have ARC G codes, I think those are going to be more supported. I think that was the new Prius update, that they're going to start using ARCs. Is that right?
Yeah.
There's
ARC,
some big
no ARC overhang yet, but
no, yeah, that would be cool if we could do ARC overhangs.
Yeah, I mean we can. The what's his face from? I can't remember the name. Hold on. I need to go to my Rocky Mountain info stuff. Hold on. Oh, what the hell was the name of the company? They were in the corner.
The fact that we're still discovering stuff about, G code and, how to utilize G code and process, interpretation.
This was 3D. A guy with 3DQ? He had arc overhangs at Rocky Mountain, and they were flat. They're almost 90-degree overhangs.
Yeah, so basically it kind of builds like a raft in the midair, but using arcs.
It was freaking cool.
That is cool. Yeah,
is it's tangential, but it's something. It's not nothing like midair printing.
Right.
It definitely takes a lot of tuning to make it happen, but it could go. It could go somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's the stuff, the software innovation that we're coming up with, and some of it's not new. Like some of it's just stuff that we've had for a while, just integrating it.
Yeah.
And KissSlicer had a lot of stuff that was really innovative, but like nobody even knows about KissSlicer anymore.
Right.
Yeah, they kind of came in.
I mean, Simplify 3D had a lot of cool stuff, and then Simplify 3D just didn't update. So.
All right, fellas, that's all I got for the night. I just came to say hello.
Yeah,
appreciate it. But you'll have an email in the next week or so for information for Rocky Mountain. It's not the open sponsorships, but it'll be information. That way you can plan for when the sponsorship email appears in your inbox at a certain point in time.
You're gonna be a title sponsor.
Absolutely. Yep. No, we're gonna be there for sure. I just got to figure out in what capacity is
right.
How much of the booth are we going to bring? AKA, are we driving or are we flying?
Right. And we do have a shipping address. You're able to ship a pallet. Not a problem if you need to. Yada, yada.
No, we'll definitely have a booth either way. It'll just be, how big of a booth? How many printers, really, are we bringing versus, hey, come show your printer at our booth?
I can tell you it's tiered, and the higher tiers get more space.
Yep.
I also really appreciated that you had tools to sell there, because
you should always have tools.
From having to do Amazon orders.
Yeah.
Just convenient.
Yeah.
Yep. We always bring tools. I always bring a no bag for anybody who breaks something.
Nice.
So I've got every type of electrical connector and crimper and wire size and all that.
I did that for Murph. I literally had a tote of crap at Murph, and it was just nuts. And my person that drove it out's like, really, dude, you brought too much stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but what if? And I ended up needing it. So.
Yeah, I usually with the Aris. Actually, I didn't really need that much. I was able to. I mean, it was that's the thing. I just build stuff reliably and hope it doesn't break in shipping. And if it does, you just hope
Chris,
it's the printed.
I appreciate you hopping in. We'd love to have you on more. I know you do the streams about the same time, but
Yeah.
I like your background too. That's a really
Wednesdays.
cool setup.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's
My
pretty
wife would
cool. We
like
play with
that.
it on stream and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, guys. Well, have a good night.
Chris.
I'll
You too. Have a
I'll
good
catch
night.
you next time.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
Night, everybody.
And on that note, I'm going to end the stream here in just a minute. I've been going for just over 2
2 hours.
hours, and I got to go to bed in about half an hour. So thank you to everyone who raided. Again, thank you to Chris for the raid. Digital Dragon, I would love to have you on a stream one of these weeks. But we'll see. And Mitch is playing with googly eyes, which is perfectly fine. And yeah, we'll keep on doing this about every Wednesday. And everyone have a great week. Mitch is playing, having way too much fun, and trying to hurt himself.
Okay, not smile with having googly eyes. That's just
right.
Like now you can call me Four Eyes.
Right.
This is my Halloween costume. It's just I'm gonna freak people out and just put a bunch of googly eyes all over my face. I think that would like totally freak people out.
That'd be creepy. You'd be better off doing it on a See Me CNC Eris.
Yeah. Yeah.
You send me the googly eyes, I'll put it on.
Yeah, let me get to that point. They're at Walmart. They're pretty much everywhere.
It's funny. We have more viewers now that I'm about to end the stream than we did before.
Well, everybody, I'm not going to stream probably until this thing is cutting. So once this thing is cutting, I'm going to post out that I'm going to be streaming. And hopefully I can stream the first cut, which are probably going to be spoilboard cutting. So I don't know how long that's going to take, but I'm hoping within the next week or two. So if anybody's interested in catching a stream,
Mitch,
I'll try to make it a convenient
time. Give him a follow. Let me see if I can.
Yeah. And then Justin, I'm gonna have to start working on the Eris.
Good to chat with you. Right? Yeah, we got to figure out the towers because I want to get this thing done.
Who's on there? Digital Dragon, Steve Oates. Yep. Yeah. I haven't seen the chat since I've been on.
Nope, you're good.
Don't drink resin. Okay, I'm not going to do that.
Resin. I know that.
I mean, it does smell good.
We'll find out.
Oh, definitely don't use an airbrush and then thin it with alcohol.
I'm not using an airbrush. If I'm painting, it'll be in the garage with a spray can.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't have the space for an airbrush, so.
So the problem with streaming the CNC machine is it's going to be so loud that I'm going to have to figure out like how to mic it so that you can hear me while it's going, or I might have to just like maybe I could probably mute the audio while it's running and then or turn it really low, but I'm not going to be able to hear anything, so I'm going to have to like watch the chat as I'm watching it run.
Right.
But it's the shop vac is probably the loudest part, and then I think it's basically a shop vac with like a cyclone dust separator and a bucket. That's how I'm going to be doing the dust collection. So
yep.
All right, I gotta get a hose up here.
All right. Well, thanks to everyone for watching, and we will see you next week. Who should we raid? I should actually.
Who is on?
I'm
Chris is always streaming. Chris Brillo.
Zombie's streaming, so let's raid Zombie.
Oh, definitely Zombie's cool.
I gotta figure out. I'm not great at raiding, so let's see.
It's just do the raid.
Hold on, I'm working on it. /raid, okay.
Twitch.
Zombie Hedge. Hopefully. This works. Yep, we're raiding Zombie. Let's see, he has no idea it's coming. Let's see what his response is. Thanks for everyone watching. We'll see you next week. Maybe in 20 seconds because I'm waiting for my ad to end for the raid. Come on. I want to see his reaction. So 10 more seconds. We're almost there. Almost. Come on. Maybe. 3, 2, 1. And raid. Can't hear him. All right, everyone on YouTube, have a good night.